Oh, that felt perfect. Now let's go toss some plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we find ourselves on another crisp morning in Three Rivers, Michigan, taking on Meyer Broadway North, a 4.7 out of 5 rated course on UDisc, and in 2022 it was ranked 65th in the world. So we do have very high expectations for this one. We are starting off with a 571 foot, just full bomber hole. It goes way uphill. It looks like it's mostly an open field past these couple of trees. First throw of the day. This is way too long. We are just gonna go with a nice and soft Garrett Girthy Wraith, and I am very excited to get this round started. Oh, good morning to the arms. All right, nice and simple, let's get started. Not a bad first drive of the day, but I'm not entirely sure how far from the basket we are. It seems like it is just to the left of that tree kind of closest to us. So we're just gonna play it nice and simple and toss our Envy. Oh, not into the tree. Whew, struggling to get warm this morning. Well, after a pretty horrendous upshot, to be honest, we still have 78 feet, very tricky putt, downhill to try to catch our 3. Oh, hey, we went for it, you know, we went for it. That tree kick definitely helped us. For the 4. Hole 2, 247 feet, dead straight. There's a couple trees up there in the fairway. This is a very pretty hole, but it is way uphill. Honestly, going with like a flippy fairway driver, get some more speed on your throw might be the play, but we are gonna full send our Crow. Oh. Geez, that thing. Still getting used to it, but it looked like a Firebird right there. Caught some crazy stability. Here's where the Crow landed. Our distance control was spot on, but the stability did kick our butt there. We have left ourselves a very difficult, probably 70-foot putt, way uphill. I don't think this is makeable, but maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, that's kind of what I expected to happen. Hole 3, 580 feet, dead straight. Another just kind of wide open field shot. If you go off the fairway though, you are going to be in very thick briars, so we definitely want to avoid that. We are going to full send our Garrett Girthy Wraith. Oh, that'll work. I hit the microphone hard. We did not get a ton of distance on that one. I hope this thing still works. That was only the second time ever that I've actually hit the microphone while throwing a drive. And let me tell you something, it feels quite weird, but we have left ourselves still 203 feet to the pin, you know, dead straight, wide open. We are gonna full send our Rhino. All right, we went a little deep, but we should be able to knock that one down. A little longer of a tester putt than we should have had on that upshot. One real quick thing about Meyer Broadway, it is one of my most requested courses on the channel, but the interesting thing is when I talk to locals here and in the surrounding area, they're not that fond of it. They don't think it's some super high top tier course. They think it is very solid, but not necessarily that 4.7 out of 5. And I see on the tee signs it says 2008 PDGA World Championships, and it's almost like the Worlds effect. This was very big at Winthrop. You see it, you know, on TV, on YouTube when you watch it, you want to wish list it, you want to go there, but those courses are great for Worlds. They support spectators, the Flymar, you can watch pros throw extremely long drives, but when you actually go and visit them, they're not that exciting. So I really hope that Meyer Broadway lives up to the hype because Winthrop definitely did not. Hole 4, 325 feet, dead straight, downhill, kind of wide open. You don't want to get too big of a skip or really turn something over, but there's not a ton of danger on this hole. We are at the short tee pad. We will bounce back and forth, probably to whichever one has the tee sign, because it does not appear that both of them do. So we are going to full send our Nate Sexton Firebird. Don't skip too big. All right. That may have skipped too big, but if it didn't, I think we'll be sitting just fine. Unfortunately, we did get that big skip. It's probably a mid-range shot, but for some reason I wanted to go with the Firebird and I just did not push it as wide as I was trying to. So we have left ourselves a tough tester putt, probably around 40 feet for the 2. Nice putt. Hopefully the putter stays hot. Hole 5, we have 184 feet dead straight. This is a bit of an ace run. I will say, when we get out of the field into the woods, the holes are absolutely gorgeous so far. So I would not be upset if it stayed like this the rest of the round. But we are gonna full send our champion Rhino. Oh, that's a perfect line. Just no height, no guts to it. That is the saddest birdie ever. You got a hole like this, you gotta go for it. Well, it was a nice layup anyway. Hole 6, 235 feet. Now aesthetically, this is another gorgeous hole. It is also kind of a bit of an ace run. And on the post, I wanna give a shout out to Money McNulty. Shout out to Money McNulty. I don't know if he aced it, but that is one heck of a nickname and it deserves a shout out. But we are gonna full send our champion Rhino. Oh, I would have loved to see that without the tree hit. That's gonna be another tester putt. Definitely a hole that we want to leave ourselves a little better of a putt. This is quite the tester, probably around 42 feet to save our 2. That's, oh, not in. That is not in. I often just wish I could just become player 2. Hole 7, 306 feet, slightly downhill with a big right finish. Now this hole would be a ton of fun to throw, but the tee sign does show a sneaky hidden pond down there around the corner. So we want no business dealing with that, not today. So we are just gonna lay up, we're gonna take our champion Rhino, throw it down there. I have no problem going for water shots, water carries, but a blind pond somewhere down there, no thanks. All right, hopefully that wasn't too short, but I think it'll work out just fine. We're still 111 feet from the basket, and if you see those rocks, right behind it is the pond. I will give you guys a better look at it, hopefully, after I make this shot. I'm gonna go with a big hyzer with our hammer. Oh, not bad. 4 of the 3. So here's the little pond that it showed on the tee sign, and guys, let me tell you something. No thanks. You know what I mean? I'm sure that's at least 80 feet deep. That is a never-ending pool. There's at least 4 undiscovered species of something inside of that water. It is just stagnant. Absolutely not. No thanks. If you come play here, lay up. Do yourselves a favor like I did and just lay up, because yeah, you don't want anything to do with that. I know I don't. Hole 8, it's 171 feet. As you can see, it goes way uphill. I think the basket's tucked off to the left. A bit of a meat hook shot to get out and around everything. We are gonna full send our Justice. I don't know what that hit, and I can't see the top of the hill, but it sounded very suspect, and it didn't sound like a tree. So hopefully there's not some big drop off up there that we didn't know about. I have no idea what the Justice hit. I'll be honest, I walked up here and immediately started looking through all the sopping wet tall grass, and the Justice was laying right here. I just immediately thought it was a horrible shot. Hole 9, and this is finally starting to feel like a world's course. We have 354 feet dead straight. We're throwing over ravine. The basket's tucked up on the top of the hill. Very difficult tee shot. If you hit early and kick in any direction, you are in a world of hurt. But we are gonna full send our champion orc. Oh, that felt perfect. I think that almost went in. That was the best throw I've had in a long time. We did catch a skip, but I honestly think we almost made that. That would have, without question, been the best ace of my life. Let's go see where we ended up. Fortunately, the orc did skip over here, but to be honest, it did get my heart racing on that tee shot. But this pin is in a very tricky location, kind of the top of the hill, and it just drops down around it in every direction. So hopefully we can knock down this putt, because it could turn into a 3-putt real fast. Come on. All right, it didn't roll. That's all we care about. For today's hole 9 break, I want to give a huge shout out to all of you guys, and especially my supporters in Michigan. I greatly appreciate it. Last weekend, I went up to Ludington for the Am States tournament to check out the Fly Mart, which I have never done before. I heard they were a lot of fun, so I wanted to go up there, check it out, and hopefully run into some viewers, some supporters, and finally meet some of the people that like to watch and support my channel. And I had an absolute blast. They had some music up there, a big Discraft bus was up there, and I got to meet and run into a lot of you guys, and I could not put into words, you know, how much motivation that gives me moving forward with the channel, because honestly, when I'm on the road, I don't interact with people much. Unfortunately, you know, I'll meet some people on the course here or there, but when you see my video post, by the time it posts, I'm usually not even in that city anymore. So unfortunately, I haven't had the pleasure to meet a lot of you guys. A lot of awesome people will reach out, but like I said, unfortunately, by the time that happens, I'm nowhere even in the neighborhood or possibly even the same state. So again, I just want to say thank you and just voice how much I appreciated meeting all of you guys, especially Joshua. Big shout out to Josh. He gifted me a beautiful brand new CE Valkyrie. Without question, the best disc golf gift I have ever received. It's going right on the wall. Someday I'll possibly throw it, but it was just, overall, it was absolutely amazing. And like always, guys, if you are enjoying the content, it only takes 3 seconds to hit that subscribe button, and it would mean a world to me. Hit the like, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. I would love to meet you. I do reply to all of them. Sometimes it takes me a little bit due to service, but I will reply to them, I promise. Hole 10, and we have another field shot, 351 feet, dead straight uphill, pretty wide open. If you do hyzer out, you will end up in that tall prickery stuff that we talked about. I'm gonna full send my Garrett Girthy Wraith. That was a good toss. All right, I will say the elevation makes this, a lot of these longer holes, you play much longer. 351 going uphill the entire way. I'm not sure what that'd come out to, but it feels a lot longer than that. Wraith did leave us in a decent spot, but it is a long putt, probably still around 45 feet. We're still continuing to go uphill for the 2. Oh, come on. Okay. Not a great putt, but I really thought we were gonna nail the tripod. Hole 11, 306 feet, dead straight downhill. You do kind of want a slight ante the entire way. And guys, I do apologize for the lighting. When you play courses that just constantly go from wide open field to woods, that extreme contrast is, you know, the camera struggles to pick that up. So the woods look super dark, and when we're coming out of the woods, the open field is so bright you can hardly see it. But I am gonna full send the Envy. Oh, I think that was too low and too inside. That just a combination of not good things. We have left ourselves a tricky Annie shot, 114 feet to be exact. I really think the Envy was not the choice. The Envy likes a lot of ceiling to work. It likes a lot of height, and then it just kind of stays straight and keeps gliding down. This shot did not have that. Probably should have went with a different option, but we are gonna full send it with our Pro Rhino. Yeah, needed a little more turn, but we'll take it. For the par, Hole 12, 356 feet. Now the basket is right behind that tree. I could not position the camera in any way to try to get eyesight on the basket, but it is slightly sneaky, slightly uphill. So we are gonna full send our Wraith. Oh, don't hit it. You know, I'd never get tree love. Like, I was really hoping that would just go through the tree. To be fair, it's the only tree to avoid, so I guess I kind of deserve that. Well, after another stellar drive, we still have 119 feet to the pin. It is slightly uphill, and we are gonna full send it with our Pro Rhino. And a fun fact, other than the first throw ace with this thing, it has never made it in the basket. So I think it is definitely due. Hopefully we can do it this time. Well, if that wasn't the most tossing plastic thing I've ever seen, that was probably the worst approach shot that I've ever had with the Pro Rhino after just trying to hype it up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that was. We've left ourselves about 33 feet-ish for the 3. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That was as embarrassing as it gets. Hole 13, we have another long and exciting woods hole, 456 feet. It looks like the basket's way down in there, tucked off to the left. And both of these lines are difficult tee shots. If you push for that wide hyzer to actually get around that last tree, I think you might lose quite a bit of distance. And then you can try to do this very skinny, just dead straight up the gut shot, higher risk with a higher reward. That's the route we are gonna take with our Garrett Girthy Wraith. Oh, be perfect. Close. Very close to being a good tee shot. We did clip that dead branch that's hanging down up there. We're gonna have to fight for it now. This is an absolutely gorgeous approach shot. We still have 212 feet dead straight. We have this weird kind of rover limb hanging down right where I think the Rhino is gonna hit. I will try my best to avoid it, but hopefully we can leave ourselves a putt. Slide up there. All right, that should work out just fine. For the 3, well, that was a great putt, Hunter. Maybe you should take your time a little bit more. That was wacky. Hole 14, 231 feet. Hopefully you guys can just barely see the basket peeking through those trees. We are throwing, over this little ravine here. You want to slight ante the entire way, and we are going to full send our champion Rhino. All right, that was a really nice throw. I was kind of hoping for an ace run, but that's kind of pushing it for the Rhino, but I think we slid right under the basket for the much needed birdie. Hole 15, 420 feet dead straight uphill. And guys, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of a bummer. Like, you play some awesome woods holes, and then like every 3 holes or so, you come out to just a wide open field hole, dead straight, and it's always uphill. Not the most exciting, but regardless, we are gonna send our Wraith. Oh, hyzer, okay, that'll be fine. All right, we'll take that. We've left ourselves a long one, 100 feet on the dot, continuing to just go way uphill. Obviously, it does crest back down because we can just barely see the top of the basket, but we are gonna full send our Pro Rhino. Well, not very exciting, but I think it should be under the basket. For the 3, hole 16, 280 feet, dead straight, downhill, kind of wide open. We are gonna full send the Rhino. I've never really tried to push it that far on distance, but the Envy, if it catches some glide, it may push us all the way to that tall grass. So let's see how this thing does. Oh, come on, you're a Rhino, get over. I think we got the distance, but still, how straight that thing flies, I'm getting used to it. I'm throwing it a lot better, but it still catches me off guard sometimes. And again, we find ourselves staring down another edge of circle putt for the 2. Oh, nice putt. We needed it. We need to make those regularly again. Hole 17 and another just gorgeous hole. We have 296 feet. It looks like there's kind of two lanes you can take, more of a slower flip up hyzer, and then a dead straight with a ton of stability at the end. We are gonna full send our crow. Oh, get out. Get up there. All right, we definitely hugged that right tree line. We did hold straight, and that stability from the crow kicked in at the end. Surprisingly, the crow came up a bit short, leaving us probably around 28, 29 feet for the two. Nice, 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 nice. At least at some point during the round, we kind of picked it up. Sadly, it's at the end. Rounding off today's video, we have hole 18, 436 feet, and you guessed it, dead straight, field shot, even more uphill than the rest of them. So not the most, I mean, it is a fun long throw, but not the most exciting hole 18, especially when I feel like we've already played 6 of them. But we are gonna, again, throw our Garrett Girthy Wraith. Oh yeah, nice little rip there. All right, still got a long way to go. My goodness, that is a steep hill. We have left ourselves 120 feet to the pin. We can barely see it sticking up over the top of the hill, and it is our pro rhino's last chance to do something awesome. Nah. You know, I don't really throw it to go in. I use it for layups like you do for a rhino, but it'd be cool to maybe get one sometime. For the 3. That wraps up today's video at Meyer Broadway North. Yes, you heard me right. There also is a south, another course located on this same property. And right off the bat, do I think that this is a 4.7 out of 5-star rated course, and in 2022, the 65th out of the top 100 courses in the world? Absolutely not, but I do think it's a solid course. In my opinion, if you're gonna have a core kind of hitting that upper echelon, you cannot have half your course, you know, 7 to 9 holes of your course being wide open field shots. I do understand that quite a few people do enjoy those style of holes, and that I am a little biased on this, I'll be honest, because I don't. I get bored very quickly. It is fun to push for max distance, but if you do really push it and you overturn anything and you land in that extremely thick rough, it's just not enjoyable. That's why you saw me pull out my Wraith on every single one of those holes. I just threw it dead straight, go for my approach shot, usually take the 3 and just move on. Now on the positives though, as you guys could see, the baskets are absolutely amazing. The tee pads are in great shape, a lot of trash cans, and the woods holes. The woods holes were absolutely gorgeous, and I think are the only reason that this course is still up in a higher rating. But I will say, I am extremely excited to check out Meyer Broadway South. I heard that is a lot more wooded and technical course, so that will be more up my alley, but surprisingly, it's not rated as high as this one. I do apologize for the loud noise. I've been trying to avoid this mower for a long time, but I think he's right behind me, possibly gonna come move me out of the way. But as you guys saw, this course does require a lot of different shot shapes, as you would expect of one rated this high. This park offers great amenities which help as well. There's awesome mountain bike trails, 2 different courses, and even a putt course. The putt course I did check out last night, and it is a ton of fun. It's not like a putt and approach, it's truly all putts, max distance maybe 60 feet. It's very difficult, very tedious, and I will 100% play that again. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. Wow, and like I said, BMX trails. I did not realize I was on one. This, like, I'm on a walking path to the next hole. I followed the sign. I'm not, and maybe I went the wrong way, but whoa. That was intense. But on that note, we are gonna wrap this up because there is enough things telling me that I need to leave this spot. So I will give this course the solid rating of 8.2 out of 10. And I think a lot of that's carried by the park itself and the woods holes. In my opinion, you do take a rating, you know, like I said, with that many open field shots. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic. Just real quick, this is hole 17's basket. This is the hole I just finished. I always film my outros on usually hole 18's tee pad. Here is the sign pointing you to hole 18. And that was the path that I was on where that biker came. Now I think I don't know. I don't exactly know what happened. I think I was supposed to go, because there's a path here and then there's a path back there. I think I was supposed to go down that path, but as you can see with the sign and the, like, it's very easy to confuse that, but there you go. Wow, it's probably my bad. Like, I will own up to that. I apologize to him. It's all good, but just a blooper for you guys.